Ally, nice to see you again.
You too. How's it going?
Great. Last time we spoke about Big Door Prize. Now we're here for Hit Monkey season two.
Yes, I love it. So let's keep it going.
It's amazing. So let's jump real quick into what can fans expect for season two of Hit Monkey? What are you hoping to get out of the season when they tune in?
Oh man, it's just everything that season one brought, but times 10. We have more gore, more action, more humor, but a lot more emotion at the same time. But at the end of the day, we're in a new city. So we got this
Right.
beautifully moody representation of New York.
So you voice Haruka. How do you connect with this voiceover character? What kind of like effort not effort, but like how do you make mindset to connect it into her?
I think there's what makes the show so great is the deeper themes that they explore, and this season, we have redemption and righting wrongs and learning from mistakes, and for Haruka specifically, it's a little bit about temptation too. So I think these
Mm.
are just universal themes that we can all kind of draw from, and I think there's so many emotional aspects to the show that I can relate to of my own experiences. So to be honest, it's very fun and very almost therapeutic to tap into her character.
You mentioned New City and everything. How would you explain Haruka's like journey from season one now heading into season two and more, hopefully?
Yeah, well, season one, she starts out as this newbie cop who I think really thinks she knows what is honest and what is good and what is right. And through season one, meeting Hit Monkey, she learns a lot about the gray area. So
Mm.
season two, I think now she's literally gone rogue. She's leaving behind everything she knows, with the police department and kind of joining Bryce and Monkey together. And I think now she's really grappling even more about fighting for justice. What does that mean? How far will she go for what
Mm.
she believes in? And I think that's something that was really fun to play. It weirdly brought more comedy to her character. It brought more emotion. I think it brought more depth. She's literally out on her own now.
Mm.
So it's really fun. It was fun to play.
You mentioned Bryce at Hit Monkey. How would you describe that relationship between the three of you?
Um, hmm, it's like a weird three's company. I don't know if they really want to be together, but it's almost like they have to be, and that makes them the greatest team. And weirdly, they do need Haruka because she is uh kind of a voice and a person for them to kind of be out there and investigating, which I thought was fun, which brought those comedic elements of, does she really want to be the person that's like out meeting people and having to be that speaker box? No, but she kind of has to be because it's not going to be Monkey, it's not going to be Bryce. So it was very
What,
fun.
yeah. What's your favorite thing about voicing Haruka, would you say?
Oh man, I think, well, working with Neil, our director, and Will and Josh is just such a fun experience because, well, first of all, Neil acts out all the voices, and it really does feel like a living, breathing character and almost like a live action of sorts because they keep the
Mm.
session so loose. You really feel like you are this character because they're like, oh, let's add this. Let's, it's very on the fly a lot of the times where they'll have a bunch of alts or they'll look through and be like, you know what? I think Haruka would say something sarcastic here to Bryce. Let's just add that. And I think it keeps it really loose. It keeps the performances feeling really human, and
Mm.
we're actually reacting to each other even though we're not in the room together. That gives it this kind of real feeling, which I love.
How often, like, how many times do you read a script over and over? And they like, do you get excited for certain scenes when you're about to voice it?
For voiceover, I try to keep it as loose as possible because
Okay.
sometimes we're not even getting the scripts too far in advance.
Okay.
And what's great about Neil, again, our director, is he will literally kind of set up every scene for us. Like, okay, now this is happening, and this is kind of what's going on. This is what's been happening over with Monkey, and so I find that it kind of, and I've always felt this way about voiceover is you use your imagination as much as possible. So I love to be as present and kind of prepared, but not committed to anything because
Mm.
you want to be able to be fresh and be able to, if we have an alt or if we have a new direction or if they're seeing something that the animators really want, I want to be able to kind of like switch gears and be able to tap into different sides of her.
You mentioned about like when you're in your room by yourself recording this, do you go back to watch the finished project after just to see how everything pans out?
Oh yeah, I that's my
Yeah.
favorite part is just kind of seeing how all the elements come together. And I mean, recently they showed me sort of this storyboard um, scene that they put together. Like it wasn't fully animated of the first time that my character Haruka meets Leslie Jones' character, and it was just
Okay.
like really like tit for tat, like back and forth, jab and jab, and it's like nothing I'd ever imagined. You just see this stuff on page, and then you finally hear it all together, all the elements. You're like, yeah, no, that works. That's so fun and not like anything I could have imagined.
Amazing. So we have Hit Monkey season 2 coming out soon. Ally, I want to thank you for giving us today. Hopefully I'll see you again for a third time sometime this year.
Yes, absolutely. Always fun talking to you.
Thank you.